Welcome to a guide to new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday the 19th of July, and unlike the usual Friday frenzy where we have a plethora of mods dropped, we've got a Friday triple today. I'm going to start with the New Holland. This is the New Holland T6 two-wheel drive. This is by Dale's Farmer. This isn't it. I've never seen one that looks like this before. And when I saw it in the Modhub, I thought I've got to have a look online, and there are loads of them. It looks really, weirdly enough, it looks like a larger ride-on lawnmower, like part of the Boomer series, but it's a much bigger version. This is a lot of detail on this as well. Nice, tidy mod. It's going to be interesting seeing this under load. Having no drive on the front axle. Yeah, I love watching them. I know when the two-wheel drive tractors came out on FS17, it was fascinating pulling and going up hills and stuff like that. But anyway, enough of that. In the store, this is obviously under tractors. This is under medium tractors because the T6 is under mediums. If I go right to the end now, get ready for the scary bit. Obviously at the moment under slots that says 3 because I've already got one. I've got it to show you the mod. This is 59 slots. 59. I don't know if that's an error. I don't know if that's... Oh, it's not intentional. The mod makers don't make them and say, I want this to be a really high slot count. Whether it's because it's two-wheel drive, I really don't know, but it's quite a high slot count. Anyway, 72,000 for the base model. If we go and look at our options, we can have configuration is the front. I'll come out a little bit. We can have standard, 400 kilogram weight, 600, 800, 1200, or back to standard again. There is no front 3-point link option on this. We can go with Trelleborgs, and under Trelleborgs we've got standards. Now when you initially switch that, nothing seems to happen, but the front tyres do change. It says standard, then it says standard again, but your front tyre tread changes. Then we go to wheel weights, which puts a blue wheel weight on to match the New Holland. Then wide tyres, and again wide tyres and weights. Narrow tyres, rear twins, which looks quite impressive, especially on a two-wheel drive option. And then we've got rear twins, but it puts narrow twins on. It doesn't say rear narrows, but that goes from rear twins to rear narrows. And then back to our standard tyre choice again. If we go back up onto Nokians, we've got communal. Then we've got Michelin's, we've got standard, wide, which changes the front tyre choice, and then back to standard again. Go back up, and then we've got Miters, standard, wheel weights, and back to standard again. So I personally would probably go for Trelleborgs because you can have the narrows. Well, though they are. There you go. Did I do the narrow options? Did I miss that out? You got a narrow option anyway, as well as the twin. There we go. I must have just skipped past the narrows. I do apologise. Right, then we got no GPS on the roof, or we can have the New Holland GPS system. Obviously on console that doesn't work, it doesn't do anything, it's just there for looks. Scroll down again, we've got an option of warning triangle or no warning triangle, and then we've got our engine setup. We can have a T6 125, which is 125 horsepower, 145 horsepower for the 145, 155, 155 horsepower, 160, 160 horsepower, 165 horsepower, 175 horsepower, and 180 horsepower. So we've got quite a few increments in engine size there, all the way up to 180 horsepower, which is quite good. Then if we go down again, we've got the option of a front loader. We can have the standard version, or there's the allo console, but obviously I don't know if we've got anything. It doesn't really make a difference what option you have on that on console other than the look of it. So those are the options. There are quite a few to choose from. Now the tractor itself. Nice sound to it. We do have an opening, hang on, guess right. opening rear window, and a door. I mean, it has a door, but it opens is what I mean. I know we have a door. Opening door, opening rear window. That seems to be becoming a more standard thing. Nicely detailed jump seat in the side. I like that curved window at the back as well. That's very, very nice. We've got beacons on the top. Lights. Rear. And work lights. And then off again. And there you go. I like this. It's I think because it's kind of quirky looking, it looks so different to the standard one. It's surprising how much difference just having those two small wheels on the front makes. See the steering rod's going there as well. Very nice indeed. There you go. So that's the new Holland T6 two-wheel drive by Dale's Farmer. I don't know if the slot count will get changed, whether it will get updated, or whether that will sit at 59 slots. Unfortunately, we seem to be getting a lot of mods coming out now that are fantastic. You're looking at, oh, that's awesome. And the slot counts do, especially if you're getting close to your slot limit on your console, it kind of puts them out of contention. You stop and you think, yeah, but I could get something else for way lower. It's a pity, but hopefully that'll get adjusted. It's a nice tractor. The mod's nice in itself, regardless of all of that. But there you go. Right. Next up, and I'll probably have to use the tractor in a second. Anyway, we have got this. This is the Lizard 500 series small animal trailer. This is 2 slots. It's by Way2drunk2walk. It will take 2 cows, 2 horses, 4 sheep, or 4 pigs. Not all at the same time, obviously, individually. In the store, this is under animal transport. Go right way across. It's not too expensive either. 5,500. It can be pulled on a pickup. I think should be pulled by a tractor as well. Options available. We can change the main colour. They're all a little bit, I'll be honest with you, a little bit glossy. If we go with the red I chose, or one of the reds, the metal's quite glossy looking. I wouldn't say the texture's off. I mean, if it's a brand new trailer, it's going to look bright and shiny and glossy. Design colour, we've got chrome rims as standard. This is actually for the rims where it says design, and then we can obviously pick a colour to either go with contrast or look absolutely awful, depending on what you pick, to go with the trailer of your choice. Now, it does have an animation on the back door. See what I mean about the shininess? The back in here looks like laminate flooring you might have in your house, rather than kind of a matte finished wood you might expect to see on the bottom of like a trailer floor. Maybe, I don't know if that's just me. Maybe I'm being over critical. I don't know. Just that's, like I say, that's right in front of you. You can see that. It's not, you know, it's not a hidden thing I'm picking up on. So very, very quickly. Hook up, come in the back, got a door, opens and closes. Fairly slow opener, but very nice. Lights up on the top there, which I quite like. But indicators are what I quite like as well on this. You're not going to miss those going down the road. They're nice and high up, nice and big. There you go. Very cool indeed. So if you sort of move around a couple of animals here and there, where you've got a small holding, you're only picking up a few at a time. It's nice and cheap. Not a bad size if you can do 4 sheep, 4 pigs, you know. Very cool indeed. That's the Lizard 500 series by Way2drunk2walk. And the last mod we're going to go over and have a look at, because I've got it ready over on the field. Bear with me 1 second. This is the Windrow King. This is by Surcio Modding. I'm never quite sure whenever that one pops up. This is 6 slots and this is a windrower, but it's a front windrower. Somebody only messaged me today saying all they want now is a front windrower to make their lives complete, because they could then windrow and bale at the same time with the baler on the back. Unfortunately, this puts the windrow out to the side, so the baler on the back obviously wouldn't be in line with the windrow itself. But that said, Very nice, neat, tidy mod. Textures look good. The belt looks kind of matte. I assume it's rubberized or some kind of fabric, and the metal looks metal and shiny. Windrow King on the side. PTO driven 3-point link attacher. Very nice indeed. So let's jump in here. This isn't too expensive. It's 3 meters. In the store, this is under Windrowers. There we go. It's an Agro Matax Windrow King, only 3,000, and it's, I think I already said, didn't know, 6 slots, which isn't too bad at all. 60 horsepower required to run it. Now that's interesting. Oh, I suppose, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily. It does say at the bottom, a windrow arranges grass, hay or straw in rows, which can then be scooped up by forage wagons or balers. Obviously, with it being the front one, which is a great option, but then it does beg the question, if it does put stuff out to the side, it's not going to help you having something on the back at the same time. Realistically, I'm just putting it out there. And there's not a mod on console, I don't think, that will make that work. But anyway, let's turn it on. Drop it down and drive forward. Now a lot of the mowers do windrow anyway, but not all of them do. Let's get the lights on, just want to say a little bit better. There we go. Very cool indeed. Now, oddly, if I go into the menu here, and if I press R1, it does say on that menu right at the very bottom, it says selected work mode left. So if I press R1, normally you can toggle the work mode, but there's no option to toggle the work mode on it. It's interesting though, isn't it? It says selected work mode because there's no other way of selecting it. I'll go to that. Oh yeah, see, that says toggle work mode. That's weird. I'm pressing L3 and nothing changes. I don't know why it would have that as an option, because it can't do anything other than be on the left. So I'm puzzled why, unless that's just left over from coding part of how windrowers work. I guess that's probably the reason why. Now, if you don't want to run it on the front, I'm pretty sure you can run it on the back. We'll just have a double check. I'm sure someone will say you can run it on the back as well. So obviously if you run it on the back, it's going to be mind you, that's not going to work that way around, is it? Or is it? Worth a try? No, it will only work operating forward, because obviously the belt is now in front of the pickup, so it can't work. You don't really want to be reversing, so, you know. Had to be checked, because you never know. Sometimes with mowers it works that way around. Anyway, that's the Agro Matax Windrow King. And that's by Surcio Modding. And that's all 3. That's our triple for today. Hope you found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.